Coming up this week on the season premiere of Wildcat Fastbreak, the Northwestern men and women both tip off Big Ten play. We'll take you on the road to an historic day at Rutgers with the men and show you yet another win over a ranked opponent for the women. Plus, hear from both head coaches on the start of the season. All that and more this week on Wildcat Fastbreak. Hi everyone, welcome to another season of Wildcat Fastbreak, your weekly home for everything Northwestern basketball. Alongside the head coach of the Wildcats, Chris Collins, I'm Dave Edit. Joe McKeown will join us in just a little while. Coach, Big Ten play got underway this past week for your team, and you had the opportunity to welcome a new member to the conference for its very first game at Rutgers.
Yeah, it was exciting to be the first team to play at Rutgers, their first game. Great addition to the conference, and they were very excited for the game, so it was a huge game for us starting off on the road and really excited to get the win.
Yeah, the only trouble for them is you kind of spoiled the party. Let's check out the highlights from a historic day in Piscataway as the Wildcats took on the Scarlet Knights. Early on, it'll be Bryant McIntosh. You see him right there during the introductions, pushing the pace off a miss by Rutgers, and he finds Trey Demps. Those two have been big for you all season.
Yeah, both those guys are playing really well. They got a great connection, and it's anytime we can get out and get something easy in the break, it's good for our offense.
And this was great to see. Jashawn Cobb, who had missed 5 games, hits that jumper there. Midway through the half, Demps will miss, but the great hustle here is he steals it right back and then steps back and buries the 3.
Yeah, that was kind of a dagger of a shot. I mean, and that's the kind of freedom I want our guys to have. If they have their shots, we want to shoot them with confidence, and great play by Trey there.
Trey's got a knack for beating the buzzer. We've seen that a lot this season. Here, he does it again right at the end of the half, the left-hand layup, and the Wildcats with a 5-point lead. He does have a feel for that.
He does, and you know, having the presence of mind to not just crank up a long 3 there, knowing he had enough time to get all the way to the basket. It was a great play by Trey.
Second half, good ball movement here to Scotty Lindsey, one of your freshmen, hits the 3-pointer, and then we'll see McIntosh again finishing here with a nice little floater. He has a real nice touch of the short jump.
He's really good at those little in-between shots. Those are great shots for guards to have, especially with the athletes that we play in the Big Ten.
Wildcats lead by 9. Rutgers cut it to 3 closing seconds. He beat the press, and there's Demps for the slam. And the Wildcats win their conference opener, 51-47, handing Rutgers the loss in its first Big Ten game. McIntosh led the way with 17. Trey Demps, 16 points and 7 rebounds, and after the game, he credited the win to strong play of the defensive end of the floor.
There's nothing better than getting a win in the Big Ten on the road, and you know, it was a grinded out game. We had to fight. You know, those guys came out ready to play. You know, they kind of put us on our heels, and we had to fight back, and we did a good job. You know, I think we won our game, won this game with our defense. So it's always good when you win a game with the defense.
Well, Sunday night, the home opener in Big Ten play, the Wildcats and the 4th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Early on, Northwestern working the offensive glass. Alex Ola misses on the first putback attempt, but not on the second, as he hits there, and he gets the and one. Another nice night for Demps here. He hits the jumper.
Trey's gotten in a nice rhythm the last couple games. It's good to see him playing with so much confidence.
And then he dishes here to Jeremiah Kreisberg, who played some nice minutes for you.
I thought Jeremiah did a really nice job for us. Alex got 2 quick fouls, and he came in, and he's a veteran presence, and he's really going to be called upon here as we advance in the Big Ten.
Later, McIntosh with the drive to the basket for 2, but boy, the Badgers 3-point shooting in this one, they hit 12 of them. Josh Gosser there. They led at halftime, and then after the break, the Wildcats will find 3-point range. McIntosh drains one. And then Jashawn Cobb, again, playing his second game for you here. It's McIntosh will get the ball to him. and Jashawn buries the 3.
Yeah, I was really proud of our guys. You know, Wisconsin was tremendous in the first half. You have a big deficit. I thought our guys really fought to the finish and played out, and give Wisconsin credit. They were tremendous and are a great team, but I was really proud of our effort, and there were some things for us to build on as we head into our next stretch of games.
Badgers win at 81-58. You take a look at the scoring. Demps, with that reverse layup there, finished with 17 points and 6 rebounds. And again, Bryant McIntosh with big performance, 13 points for the freshman point guard. It was the Badgers who had the hot hand from behind the arc to come away with the victory. Still to come on Wildcat Fastbreak, we'll talk with Coach Collins about those games as well as the start of the season for the Cats. And later, we'll turn our attention to the Wildcat women as well. Stay with us.
At Cricket Wireless, we think you shouldn't have to worry about adding up all the taxes and fees to your monthly bill. That's why our plans start at just $35 after $5 auto pay credit. All in, taxes and fees included. Cricket, something to smile about. Happy holidays from Cricket Wireless, where you can get more from our reliable 4G LTE network with a free 4G LTE smartphone after mail-in rebate. It's our gift to you. Or anyone in your family, really. Cricket, something to smile about.
Maybe it's called the beaten path because it can be beaten. The Acura MDX with available surface street traffic information.
When former arena football player and current high-level sports performance trainer Pinklin Thomas was struck with debilitating pain, it was ultimately diagnosed as spinal stenosis. His spine specialist at Northwestern Medicine corrected the ailment through an advanced surgical procedure that cut his recovery time in half. Now he's back to a full schedule of helping others reach their top physical goals. If we can do this for Pinklin, imagine what we can do for you.
Hi, I'm Rob Patter, owner of Evanston Subaru in Skokie, inside Welsh Shrine Arena at Northwestern University. I'm proud to sponsor Northwestern Athletics again this season with our award-winning lineup of all-wheel drive Subarus. Like the all-new 2015 Subaru Outback, the 2015 Subaru Legacy Sedan, the Subaru Forester, and the Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid. Evanston Subaru in Skokie, on Oakton at McCormick.
Chicago is my hometown. It's a city that loves basketball. That's why I came to Northwestern. We're working hard every day to make this a program Chicago can be proud of. We know it's a journey, and it's not going to be easy. But that's going to make achieving our goals even sweeter. Join us.
The funniest person on the team would have to be myself. Jashawn Cobb, because he's a grandpa. He's the oldest guy on the team by far.
The funniest person on the team is Gavin Skelly. He's so silly.
Gavin Skelly. Because he's so goofy.
Yeah, I can do Dave Sobolewski pretty well.
Bro, that was the roughest!
He's gonna get so mad.
Welcome back to the season premiere of Wildcat Fastbreak. Northwestern men's basketball coach Chris Collins is with us. Coach, just before the break, we saw highlights from your first two Big Ten games against Rutgers, against Wisconsin. You won your Big Ten opener on the road. What did that mean for you, especially given the fact you're playing so many young guys?
Well, we had earmarked that game as a huge game for us, and they all are big games in the Big Ten, but especially that first game, going on the road, playing in a venue we've never played in before, and our guys were excited. I thought it was, like Trey had said in the highlights, it was a defensive battle. And, to withstand not scoring a basket for over 10 minutes, missing 3 1-and-1s in the last couple minutes, and still getting the stops and making the plays we needed to win, I thought it was huge for our confidence.
Different story Sunday night against Wisconsin, facing an elite team, a Final Four team from last year, essentially the same team now. And you knew going in, you pretty much had to play a perfect game and have them off their game a little bit.
Yeah, we knew that, going in, that a lot would have to go right for us, including them not playing at their highest level. And to their credit, I thought their team was really ready to play. We made a concerted effort to really try to take away their power game with Kaminsky and Hayes and Decker inside and try to force them out on the perimeter. And they shot the lights out of the ball. I mean, they made Decker hits 4 straight threes. They had 12 for the game. And sometimes you just have to tip your cap when a team plays well. And I think it was a great learning experience for our team as we head into our next game.
Let's talk about your team. You've won 10 games. What's impressed you so far?
I've been just impressed with our effort and our intensity and our improvement. Our defense has gotten a lot better as the season's gone along. I feel like our young guys are progressing with their experience. We've gotten great play out of Bryant McIntosh at the point guard position. I think a lot of guys have stepped up in different games, and I feel we have a lot of different guys that can help. And it's been a fun team to coach, and I'm excited to see how we can continue to improve throughout the conference season.
I know it's not always going to be easy for Bryant, but are you surprised at all by how quickly he's made the transition to Big Ten basketball?
It's been impressive because point guard's the hardest position at this level. You're forced to run your team, lead your team. There's pressure on you from the other team and the guys you got to play against night in and night out. And he's shown a tremendous amount of poise. He's still going to make his mistakes as young players do. But, we have a special player in Brian, and I'm really proud of how he's done as well as the other young guys.
Well, finally, it's time for our Acura keys to the upcoming week. Just one game on tap for the Cats this week. Sunday, you travel to Michigan State. What's it going to take to win back-to-back Big Ten games on the road?
Well, anytime you talk about playing Michigan State, you have to talk about their toughness. I mean, that's a staple of a Coach Izzo team. They're going to be physically and mentally tough. They're really going to be ready to play. It's one of the top home court environments in all the Big Ten at the Breslin Center. And it's going to be important for us to get off to a good start and, execute well offensively early, not let them get out in transition and get layups and dunks to fuel the crowd and get their confidence going. And hopefully you can come down the stretch and be within striking distance and give yourself a chance to win in the last few minutes.
That's Northwestern men's basketball coach Chris Collins. When Wildcat Fast Break continues, we'll check in with the Wildcat women. They opened conference play against the Spartans. We've got the highlights right after this. Welcome back to Wildcat Fast Break. We're joined now by the head coach of the Northwestern women, Joe McKeown. Coach, busy week for your team with 3 games in 8 days to kick off conference play. So let's get right to the action. And we pick it up with Kristen Inman and the Wildcats opening conference play at number 20 Michigan State. Been a long time since the Cats have won in East Lansing, but they took control early in this one. Nia Coffey fakes the 3, then steps inside the arc, hits the long jumper. Then Lauren Douglas comes up with the steal here. Good ball movement here in transition as it goes back to Douglas to finish it off. The Cats are up 14-7. You have to like that on a fast break.
Yeah, everybody touches the ball, and I really like the unselfishness of our team right now.
Later we'll look at Alex Cohen operating near the basket here. Nice little up and under move, reversing it up and in for 2. And then a strong drive by Nia Coffey will put Northwestern up 7 at halftime, 29-22. We move on to the second half. It's Kristen Inman with a drive here in the and one. Nice aggressive take there.
Yeah, we did a really good job, I thought, of spreading the floor, and Kristen, when she can explode to the basket, is a great finisher.
There you see Lauren Douglas. She finishes. Wildcats are up by 15. Michigan State would cut it to 3. And watch the Spartans battling. Maggie Lyon gets the rebound. And then Inman gets ahead of the defense, finishes up the easy layup, and the Wildcats take down their second-ranked opponent of the season on the road. 61-57 Northwestern, the final score in East Lansing. Nia Coffey led the Wildcats with 15 points and 3 blocked shots, while Kristen Inman had a huge game, 13 points, 8 rebounds, and a pair of assists for the Wildcats. Michigan State shot just 29% from the floor, and the Wildcats win in East Lansing for the first time since 1993. New Year's Day, the Wildcats home against Wisconsin. Frozen Day at Welsh Ryan Arena. Plenty of young fans enjoying the opportunity to sing along in the stands. Had you seen the movie before?
You know, I have a young family also,
You're
so
right,
it was
so
a
you
great
knew it.
day for us.
Ashley Deary gets the steal. Kristen Inman scores. Cats are up 4-0 early. A nice quick start here.
Dave, I just thought, you know, our players were ready to play and played great defense, holding Wisconsin to 11 points in the first half.
Later, Carly Rozier drives to the basket. Wildcats extend the lead to 17 with just over 6 minutes left in the half. And then again, it was Inman. She hits the jumper, forcing Wisconsin to call a timeout. Moving on to the second half, the Wildcats continue to dominate. This time, Ashley Deary finds a wide open Kristen Inman under the basket on an out-of-bounds play. 32-13, the Wildcat lead. Later, Alex Cohen wide open at the top for 3. The Wildcats are up by 22. You have to like it when everything's clicking like this.
Yeah, Dave, you know, we're sharing the ball, and when shots go in, you know, it makes your defense a little better too.
Maggie Lyon, the 3 there, 48-22. Great ball movement here as Ashley Deary finds Lauren Douglas for an easy layup, and the Wildcats win easily. Final score, I don't know if you thought it was that easy, but the final score, 68-46. Win number 100 for Joe McKeown at Northwestern comes in a blowout. Lauren Douglas leads the Cats with 13 on 6 of 9 shooting. She added a pair of blocks as well. 12 points and 4 steals for Kristen Inman. Another big game for Nia Coffey with 12 points and 13 rebounds. Afterwards, Inman spoke about getting off to a 2-0 start in Big Ten play.
It means a lot to us because, you know, every team in the Big Ten is a tough opponent. So going, you know, being 2-0 and going into our home opener and winning the game, it means a lot to us because you can't take any of these games for granted.
Sunday afternoon, the Cats on the road in Columbus, Ohio. This time a little bit different. They get into an early hole, but they get going, getting their first bucket of the game. Carly Rosen and Maggie Lyon for 3. And the Wildcats continue to chip away at the deficit with junior Kristen Inman adding 2 here off the dribble drive. Buckeyes carried their lead into the half at 32-26 with a late bucket from Asia Doss. 32-26 the score at the half. Now in the second half, Northwestern sharpened up from the floor, shooting nearly 50%, including right there from Alex Cohen. Maggie Lyon ignited much of the Wildcat momentum, gets the bucket and the foul. Nice drive there.
Yeah, great, great effort slicing through the lane and finishing at the rim. And, you know, she played really hard. I was really proud of her yesterday.
Maggie led the Lions and led the Cats in scoring with 17 points on 7 of 16 shooting. Nice drive there from Carly Roser to get the Wildcats within 2. Nia Coffey notched a double-double, gets an open lane there in transition, but Ohio State pulled away in the final minutes and closed it out for a 73-64 victory. So the slow start, too much for the Cats to overcome on Sunday. Nice afternoon for Maggie Lyon to lead the team in scoring with 17 points, and a second straight double-double for Nia Coffey, who now has 13 in her Wildcat career, but the Buckeyes win 73-64. Still ahead on Wildcat Fastbreak, Coach Joe McKeown is back with us to break down his team's start to the season. Plus, Cricket Wireless gives you something to smile about with the play of the week. That's coming up next.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Feldman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Eunice.
Maybe it's called the beaten path because it can be beaten. The Acura MDX with available surface street traffic information.
If they make this, I'll eat the blazing wings.
This is no time for a change of heart, because before contracts with us size of Texas, a man's word meant something. So get back out there and show them what you got.
That's going.
Grab a seat. The game is on.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
You okay, Big Cat?
At Cricket Wireless, we think you shouldn't have to worry about adding up all the taxes and fees to your monthly bill. That's why our plans start at just $35 after $5 auto pay credit. All in, taxes and fees included. Cricket, something to smile about. Happy holidays from Cricket Wireless, where you can get more from our reliable 4G LTE network with a free 4G LTE smartphone after mail-in rebate. It's our gift to you. Or anyone in your family, really. Cricket, something to smile about.
Grossinger Toyota North in Lincolnwood makes it really simple with our best price. What's that mean? Our best sellers. No gimmicks. Just our best price right up front. Lease a new Camry or a new RAV4. Grossinger's best price, $199 per month. You'll always get our best price on over 600 new vehicles in stock. Stop shopping. Your choice. $199 per month. Grossinger Toyota North in Lincolnwood. And always online at GrossingerToyotaNorth.com.
McKeown fires it into Demps, puts up a little floater, short. Rebound stolen back by Demps, and he'll measure a three from the left, and it's good. He stole the ball back from Kadeem Jack as Jack got the rebound, and then rather than drive right back in, he was open at the arc, took it. It's a one-point game here, 17-16. Welcome back to Wildcat Fast Break. We're joined again by the head coach of Northwestern women's basketball, Joe McKeown. Coach, let's talk about the start of the season for your team, off to a 12-2 start with a couple of wins over ranked opponents. What has pleased you the most so far?
Well, you know, Dave, I think our ability to play on the road, which has been great. We played we had a long trip out west also, and to win at DePaul, at Michigan State. You know, I just think it shows some maturity in our team when you know, you're able to do those things in tough environments.
Once again, it's been Nia Coffey who's led your team in scoring to this point, averaging about 16 points a game. She was so good as a freshman last year. How has she developed her game this season?
I think like a lot of great players, you know, she wants to get better. She listens, and I think the things that she needed to work on, she did a great job over the summer, and then, you know, into the fall. And in the winter right now, she is just playing under control. She's playing really smart. And, you know, it's just understanding how defenses are trying to stop her.
You essentially have a 7-player rotation on the court, and all 7 have played a lot of basketball for you. What difference has that made?
Well, you know, I think we're still looking, you know, to get some people involved coming off the bench. And I think as the Big Ten season goes on, you know, that'll happen. But the 7 that are basically 7 starters have you know, they've all played together. They're doing a great job. They're unselfish. They don't care who starts, who scores, who gets credit.
We looked at the Michigan State game, and you held the Spartans to their lowest point total of the season. You've held 8 of your opponents below 50 points. Defense has been a really strong suit for you so far.
I think people are buying in, Dave. I think we're starting to communicate better on defense, and I think just understanding, you know, just the scouting reports that our staff is putting together and carrying that into a game, that's a little bit different than maybe the game before. And I think that's where, you see the awareness, which we talk about every day with our team.
Has that been a difficult process for them to grasp?
A little bit. I think last year, some of the games that we won this year, I'm not sure we would have pulled out. But I think, just having that maturity and, being ranked in the top 25 has given us like a little shot in the arm, just from a confidence standpoint. The rest of it I don't worry about, but just want to play with a lot of confidence and just understanding their ability to communicate on the court.
Busy week last week. You had 3 games, just 1 game this week, but it's a rematch with Michigan State coming here. How tough is it to face the same team again just about a week later?
Yeah, just a unique schedule, but. I think our players have done a really good job of just focusing on the next game and really focusing on us, how we can get better. So, it's an important week for us. We start school, and I think it's good to be at home. We've been on the road a lot, so I think it's really a fun week for us just to get ready for this game.
All right, Coach. Best of luck this week. We'll talk to you again next week.
Okay, Dave. Thank you.
And that's all the time we have for Wildcat Fast Break this week. Remember, the tickets are on sale now for Northwestern basketball. Call 888-GO-PURPLE or log on to nusports.com. Now for the coaches, Joe McKeown and Chris Collins, I'm Dave Ennett. We'll see you right back here next week. And until then, go Cats.